Rusty Quill presents.
Welcome to Ain't Slayed Nobody. This is an actual play podcast intended for adults, and may contain material that some people find disturbing. Please see the episode notes for content warnings, and listen with care. Hey y'all, this is Cup reminding you that we are on Patreon. We just completed our long-running World War II Cthulhu series, The Meat Trade, with Scott Dorward, so that is all ready for you to binge. We're also doing early drops of all of our improv videos and our Cosmic Dark campaign with Graham Walmsley. That's amazing, so don't miss out. This is a great community, and we'd love for you to join. Most of all, you're helping to support our show. You can sign up right now at patreon.com/ain'tslayed. That's patreon.com/ain'tslayed. Thank you.
McCrispy strips are now at McDonald's. Tender, juicy, and its own sauce. Would you look at that? Well, you can't see it, but trust me, it looks delicious. New McCrispy strips, now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Did you know that foreign investors are quietly funding lawsuits in American courts through a practice called third-party litigation funding? Shadowy overseas funders are paying to sue American companies in our courts, and they don't pay a dime in U.S. taxes if there is an award or settlement. They profit tax-free from our legal system, while U.S. companies are tied up in court and American families pay the price, to the tune of $5,000 a year. But there is a solution. A new proposal before Congress would close this loophole and ensure these foreign investors pay taxes, just like the actual plaintiffs have to. It's a common-sense move that discourages frivolous and abusive lawsuits and redirects resources back into American jobs, innovation, and growth. Only President Trump and congressional Republicans can deliver this win for America and hold these foreign investors accountable. Contact your lawmakers today and demand they take a stand to end foreign-funded litigation abuse.
This summer, Instacart is bringing back your favorites from 1999 with prices from 1999. That means 90s prices on juice pouches that ought to be respected, 90s prices on box mac and cheese, and 90s prices on ham, cheese, and cracker lunches. Enjoy all those throwbacks and more at throwback prices, only through Instacart. $4.72 maximum discount per $10 of eligible items. Limit 3 offers per order. Expires September 5th while supplies last. Discount based on CPI comparison.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
As the main character of your life, you know how important it is to make the right choices for you, and how sweet it is to feel good about your decisions. With the State Farm Personal Price Plan, you have options to help create an affordable price for you, so you can continue living your best life. Talk to a State Farm agent today to learn how you can choose to bundle and save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all on the app. Download today.
Watching my fears live on and on. I can't let go. Digging myself inside a hole. If I took my brain, spend my whole life to go insane. I can't feel it anymore. I'm killing myself 'cause there's no
Donna, if you can hear us, tell us how we can free you.
Spirits, please speak to us. We're all here as friends. We know you've been trying to make contact with us. We've seen you in mirrors. We've heard you speaking to us from the darkness. Please, come speak to us again.
Give me a spooky stuff roll for Charles.
I'm going to spend 12 points of luck on this.
It's at least good enough to freak out Kyle and Pauline.
That's the important thing.
The Trouble Trio's chanting is drowned in cacophonic thunder and the shrieking of bats. However, the seance might just have worked. Charles's pleading to the spirit-bound house has produced a dreadful dragging somewhere in the gloom of the attic.
I'm too scared to move.
Charles?
Give me a notice stuff roll for Charles.
Yep, that's an ordinary success.
Drawn to the sounds behind the boxes, you stare into the darkness until a shape starts to take form. It looks like a person. You're sure of that. But lying down, perhaps? Awkwardly. Then it seems to sit up as it drags itself forward once more.
Come to us, yes. Please, come make yourself known. Speak to us.
Charles, what are you looking at?
It's here.
With a shambling movement, this form takes a step, and then another. Creaking the wet wood of the attic, you hear it dragging one foot.
I think I would jump up at this point and turn around.
I was trying to get a read off Charles's face, but if Pauline leaps up, then I'll swivel around with the poker close at hand.
Into the low light, Roger's sneering face appears in your upcast beams, and his clothing is filthy. Whatever he's been up to, he seems to have taken a tumble, much like Charles did.
So funny, Roger.
Oh, Roger. Look, we're trying to make contact with the dead here. Please, don't ruin this like you ruined everything else. Don't.
It's a serious seance.
As Roger gets closer, he begins to stutter before painfully mouthing words.
Hey, ass wipe.
Very creepy, Roger, very creepy.
As he finishes his strained words, he coughs wetly, and from the corner of his mouth, a long centipede crawls out and finds its way into his ear.
Okay, I'll make a sand roll.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cup, have I ever mentioned that I've got a phobia of centipedes?
Oh, shit.
Pauline fails.
Ooh, success.
All right. I like Kyle having an extreme success. I won't take any from him. Just one from Charles, and I think 1d6 from Pauline.
Oh, dear.
Oh, God.
This will twist you into a new bout of madness. What would you like to do?
There's something else that's been in Pauline's pockets this whole time, and that's lots and lots of firecrackers.
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
So, in dropping Paulina, as I reach in with one hand to grab a firecracker and for a match with the other, I strike it and I throw it right at Roger's face.
Okay. Give me a gym class roll. This is just aim, basically.
That's a fail.
Okay. Well, how many are you lighting?
I think I'll throw one and then do two more.
Okay.
I feel bad for asking this, but what reaction do the bats have to these firecrackers going off?
As soon as Kyle sees that, I'm like, hit the deck! I try to flatten myself to the ground.
Pauline's just laughing.
God, you merely adopted the dark. Pauline was raised in it.
Yeah, the firecrackers don't quite hit Roger, but they go off in hot succession at his feet, throwing up rotten wood and nails that shred into his skin. The open rends spill bugs in the hundreds as the tension breaks in his skin suit, and Roger starts to collapse like a burst balloon.
No.
The roosting bats panic, shifting and chittering, and in response to the brood, a new sound fills the attic. The flapping of enormous wings, which emanate from the stairs up to the cupola, followed by an ear-piercing screech.
That's a big bat.
Big.
I'm going to take a little bit more sanity.
That seems fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, Pauline passed.
Yep. So did Charles.
Ooh, that's a failure for Kyle.
Ooh, fumble.
Bad news.
You're going to take the max sanity loss, which is 8 points.
Oh, no.
Well, that gets me well past a fifth.
It's only 1 point for Charles, and, well, Pauline's still in a bout of madness.
Can I just take this moment to ask, how the fuck is Charles the sane one?
You love this stuff, Charles.
This is my stuff, man.
You yourself are dark and unusual.
While we're freaking out, Charles is like, I think I'm going to like it here.
So I think, Ross, for Kyle, I'm happy to let you shape his bout of madness if you'd like.
Yeah, okay, he's seeing bugs like pour out of this thing, and suddenly like he's feeling this wound in his face, and he's like, they're in there too. They're everywhere. And you see the coat kind of like he's starting to like pull it apart and like pull out those scissors almost as if he's like, I gotta get him out. I gotta get him out of there.
Pauline just laughs and keeps throwing firecrackers.
Oh, God. Okay. I love that. I will get I think just a power roll to see how committed you're going to be to this removal of the bugs.
Let's see.
Oh, God.
How bad it truly is.
I'm rooting for you to roll a 0-1 here.
Success. I rolled a success.
Oh.
Well, that's pretty good. Are you going to start with the cheek and try to open that up a little bit more?
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. It's excruciating.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sensing frustration from Kyle, though, because you can feel them. You feel them in your face, but none are coming out. They must be so deep.
Oh, God. It's too deep. Oh, God. That's... I'll need some sort of, what do you call it, an emetic, right? I gotta get them all out of there. You see him like tapping on the side of his head and like feeling his wrists and chest and in his throat. And also gouging a much larger hole in his cheek.
Yeah, gross. I'm going to roll a little bit of damage for what you're doing here.
That makes sense.
Just 1 point.
Mm-hmm. So we don't cut that deep.
What is Charles doing as Kyle's cutting his face off?
Opening the trapdoor and diving the hell out of here.
Okay, very good. You're hearing a louder clatter from that cupola, the little area above the attic.
Oh.
These wings are kind of scraping, and there's a lot of movement up there as these fireworks continue to go off. Pauline is coming out of her bout of madness, finally. You've destroyed Roger, and I think you're realizing, Pauline, that this is dangerous.
And speaking of dangerous, I look over to Kyle, and I go to take his scissors away. I think we're done with those for now.
As you do that, he's like, they could be in you also. And I think you said you dropped Pauline. It was in his hand during the seance. He just snips the head of Pauline off.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, well.
It's okay, Pauline. It's okay. It's okay. I'll get him out. As he's kind of like moving closer.
There's just red thread pouring out of the neck now for little Paulina.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to dive for those scissors and try and wrestle them away.
Go for it.
How committed is Kyle to holding on to these scissors?
Not that committed.
Okay, you don't have to fight. but give me strength rolls.
Yeah, let's go strength on strength.
Pauline succeeds.
And Kyle fails.
Okay, good. It's probably the best case scenario for Kyle.
Mm-hmm. It's okay. I'll do it. Ow!
Give me that. For your own good, Kyle. I'm here to protect you.
With Pauline taking the scissors away, Kyle, you're still feeling those bugs burrow in your flesh.
Right.
You'll have to get creative. Perhaps your fingernails or that fire poker. It must be around here somewhere.
It's on the floor. The left side of Kyle's face is now just like a gout of rainwater and blood smeared everywhere. He's almost like pressing against his cheek. Just like, do you see them? Do you see them?
Oh, look, that's the last one. You got them all out. They were definitely in there, and now you got the last maggot out of your face.
But Pauline, I still feel them. Don't lie to me like you've already lied to me tonight. I know what you did.
Okay, I know it. You're a pervert. Fine. Is that what you want to hear?
I'm just picturing Charles having opened up the trapdoor with the ladder going down, just stopping and looking back at this conversation.
The bats are swarming now.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I'll roll to see how many.
Roll for bats.
Quite a lot. Kyle has by far the lowest dexterity, so he's an easy target for these panicked bats.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, they dive at your wounded face.
You definitely have rabies.
Okay, they're not making that much contact with Kyle. As you flail your hands, they're just sort of wreathing you. What draws Pauline's attention is the noise from upstairs. Something heavy flops and scrambles down the screeching growing ever louder. You'll see clawed feet first, and then black flaps of wings as long fingers scrape against the walls.
I'm with Charles, and I'm gonna take off running.
Is Kyle still distracted by the bugs?
I try and grab his hand and pull him after me if I see he's not moving.
Charles is doing the same thing as well. He's not going to leave any of the trouble trio behind.
He's like, but you don't understand, they're in me! As you're towing him.
Yeah, they'll still be in you when we're outside. It's all right, there's no hurry.
I don't know if that's helping, Charles.
After Paulina and the face cutting, Charles finally feels like part of this trio.
As we're diving out of the attic, I do want to try to grab hold of the poker as well, if that's still down on the ground.
Smart.
Give me a luck roll. This is just a matter of proximity.
Okay. Yeah, if I hadn't spent that luck up, I would have made it.
Okay. Going back in, Charles, you scramble around in the dark for the poker, and just as you pick it up, you see an unholy form loom up into the storm-soaked attic. This creature seems to be a stitched abomination of roadkill, bloated with bugs and crawling worms. They skitter across the beams as the thing explores, sniffing at the air with a patchwork face filled with canine teeth and dull, mismatched eyes.
Shall I make a sand roll?
Yeah, I was gonna...
Oh, my.
0-1.
Oh, wow.
Charles is stopping for a moment just as he's crawling across the floor, reaching for this poker, looking up at this mass of seething death and decay. His eyes go wide and he just goes, "It's beautiful."
You see the whole grotesque form of this thing as it whips its head around at your word. And it screams and lurches awkwardly for you.
And Charles screams along with it.
While going in which direction, though?
Oh, he's still grabbing the poker and trying to get out of here. But he's felt some kind of spiritual connection with this thing.
It hops and lunges trying to get to you, spilling bugs from its form as it goes. What are you doing?
Definitely dodge. I'll hold the poker up as a way of just parrying any attacks, but just back off, ready to clamber down the stairs.
Okay, regular success for the creature.
I've rolled an 87 over 40 on dodge, so no.
Charles.
Almost taking off into flight, it rakes at you with mangled long fingers on winged arms. Its dog-like face snapping at you, Charles.
Okay.
You take 4 damage as it gouges deep into your chest, and it knocks you back toward the stairs.
Fortunately, that's one shy of a major wound. But I'm still on 3 hit points.
You're hurting. You're reeling. Maybe it doesn't seem as beautiful.
Yeah, I think there's blood pouring down the ripped remains of Charles's black t-shirt as he's staggering back, still just desperately holding onto the poker, trying to make his way back to the stairs.
As you make your way to clamber down, insects pop underfoot. They seem to be everywhere, crawling out of every crack. You can see them start to carry Roger's skin off toward one of the gaps between the floor and the wall.
Okay.
Kyle and Pauline, Charles lands hard and crumples in a bloody heap between you.
Charles is holding the poker up towards Pauline, just go break the lock off the door. I'll come down as fast as I can.
And Kyle is kind of helping you to your feet and looking at your wound a little too closely. And it's like, I'm worried it's too late, Charles. They're already, I think they might already be very, very deep. I'll get him out, though.
I'll do what you asked, Charles, and I'll take the poker. I'll say, Kyle, bring him downstairs. And I'm going to start running towards the stairs.
Trouble trio forever. And I start guiding you towards the stairwell, and as we run to the door.
And I think run might be an overstatement given Charles's condition at the moment. I think this is a soggy limp.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe just over your shoulder, as you're heading to the main staircase, you will notice that bugs and rats and even bats are just kind of pouring out of this opening where you left the attic. And you hear this kind of clumping sound on the floorboards as something massive moves inside the attic.
I'm going to throw one more firecracker over my shoulder.
Okay.
Couldn't hurt.
Give me a luck roll to see if you can slow the wave.
Burn it down, burn it down, burn it down. Fail. I think it just sprays the bugs.
Yeah.
Out, up and out. Makes them projectiles.
Yeah, it's a futile attempt to do anything. It just explodes in this mass that's overwhelming everything, including the firecracker. As a reward for doing that, you get some rat guts on you.
I'm running ahead.
So as you're heading downstairs, it almost feels like the stairs are moving beneath your feet, as bugs are seeping out through the cracks in the staircase.
I stomp harder.
There are so many. As you jump down to the flooding first floor with a squelching splash.
Oh.
And lock eyes with that mangy cat. It's perched near the front door, watching you intently as the wallpaper boils with insects, tearing through and plopping out.
I smash as hard as I can with this fire poker down on the lock. The front door, the chain and the padlock that we saw Roger put on the door behind us. If only we got that key from his pocket.
You run for the door, and the cat becomes a blur of fangs, fur, and claws as it leaps for you.
I'm gonna dodge it and say, sorry about the slingshot, as I just go for the door.
Oh, the slingshot. So give me the dodge.
67 over 35 is a fail.
It fails to do anything more than box at your head with its paw before jumping back down and slinking into the shadows.
Maybe the padlock was kind of at an angle where it's upside down, so if I'm really aiming for where the key goes with the pointing tip of the poker and get it just right, then it would be sort of like a mechanical lock-picking, breaking situation. So I'm going to do fixed stuff.
Yeah, fixed stuff could do it.
Fail.
Oh, dear.
I'll wait till I can get another chance.
The cat has reared back and it's watching you. If you're going to stand here and work on the lock, it's going to continue to attack you.
Good kitty. Good kitty. Look, I have a treat. Does Kitty like treats? And I'm going to pull out a firecracker and light it.
Okay, good. The cat attacks as you light the firecracker. Are you dodging or fighting back?
You know what? This time I'm already planted and I have to stay here to hit the lock again. So I'm going to try and kick it away with the fighting.
All right, you can fight back.
In a fail.
It decides to lurk in the hallway between you and the boys as even more bugs erupt from the floor and walls, piling up in writhing mounds. As they fall, they're joined by toads, rats, and spiders. The vermin congregate around you, making Kyle scratch and itch with the memory of them under your skin.
Yeah, they're in there.
I feel like I owe you a sand roll as they inch up around my ankles.
That's a great idea.
Hard success.
Nice.
Just get out.
I'll let it be 0 points because 1 would send you into another bout of madness.
I've got my backpack, and I think I'll take that off and hold it by the little loop on the top and just try to use it as a flail to whack the bugs around me and then keep the cat at bay.
And Charles will help by standing there and bleeding.
Carry on.
I'll need a brawl roll to beat back the swarming insects with the backpack as you wade into this living carpet.
Very well. I failed, but I could spend luck. No, I'm failed.
Let me roll for the vermin. Oh, the vermin sting, bite, and burrow, finding their way under your clothing. They squirm, always upward, trying to get inside.
Oh.
The sea of insects' continuous attack causes substantial damage. I'm gonna roll 2d6.
Oh no. What the Wow.
This could... Okay.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky. Oh, God, 11 hit points.
Definitely more than I have currently and more than my maximum.
Oh, no.
Pauline and Charles see Kyle swatting in vain at the swarm of insects, the backpack crawling. You can barely see his legs under the throng of bugs. What does Kyle's last stand look like?
Oh my God. There's so many of them, they're grabbing onto the backpack. And on the recoil as I whip it up, just waves of them are coming and landing on me.
Oh.
And you can see that sort of mad look in his eye again as it's I can feel them everywhere. And you see a centipede actually crawl into the wound on Kyle's face. As you just see them in every surface of his body, and you see it's clearly some numbing sting has gone into his leg as he crumples partially to the ground. And it feels so good. My arm is numb, my face is numb. Trouble, make it double, make it 3. As they're pouring into his mouth. Make it 3. Make it triple. Make it triple. Trouble. And it's just caked on his face, and he is just drowned in vermin.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
The vermin seem to be hurting both of you, covering the door and pushing you back from your escape. Can I get a couple of sanity checks?
Hard success.
I got an extreme success.
You loved it.
Yeah.
Best day of my life.
He doesn't have to do the song anymore. So on the extreme success, I won't take anything from Charles. I am going to take a point from Pauline.
Oh.
You've seen your friend get swarmed by bugs. It's just a point, but it's going to start a new bout of madness. How does this play out? With fire?
Fire seems like the answer.
fire is always a great option, but I think running down to the basement when everything is filling up with bugs is the worst choice. So that feels right.
Okay. Where's Charles when this is happening?
Standing pretty much just behind where Kyle went down, watching in abject terror. And I think as Pauline goes tearing past, there's just this frozen moment as he's watching the insects building up around him, watching Kyle's corpse get stripped away by all this vermin. And he just shakes himself out of it and starts tearing after Pauline.
Okay, Charles, as you push past to follow, Kyle's skin floats to the surface, then starts to bloat and sit up.
Oh.
His head lolling, it looks right at you.
God, they're gonna meat puppet him.
Bugs fall away from Kyle, but most find their way into the trenchcoat-clad form. And from the carpet of vermin, it starts to stand, forming words poorly in its new mouth. Ross, I invite you to play this NPC for as long as it lives.
Explore more. It is his madness come to life, as you see him running from the wound in the cheek, up the nose, like in the ear. We gotta explore. No one knows your secret.
Nice.
Charles is backing away, just wide-eyed in terror, unable to look away from all this, and says, I'm sorry, Carl, I'm really sorry, but it's the trouble duo now, and then just turns and runs.
Oh, I need another sand roll from Charles.
Oh, God, yes. That's an ordinary success on the sand roll.
Okay, you've already seen Roger like this, so I won't take any more points for that.
Okay.
So you're following Pauline. She throws the basement door open in the kitchen and starts to book it downstairs. Charles is close behind, and I think Kyle is going to be shambling in that direction as well.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, there's no interior lock on that door.
Of course not.
Pauline flies down these steps, jumps the last 4 or 5 onto the bottom landing, and before going to the coal room is going to rear back with the fire poker and slam at the locked... Oh, it's bolted. She's just going to slam in the middle of that door and see if the wood gives.
Oh, what happens is quite interesting. As you slam the poker into the center of that door, it just creaks open.
It was bolted. I look inside.
And what about Charles?
Being injured and not as athletic as Pauline, I don't think has jumped those last stairs or anything like that.
Right.
He's shambling, not quite as badly as Kyle, but not much better than that. So, yeah, he's making his way slowly to where Pauline is, leaving a little trail of blood behind him.
You still have your flashlight, Pauline. The batteries are holding out, but it does flicker on and off, even dimmer than before. Frantically dancing the beam around, you see storm windows, boxes of junk, and those shelves Kyle saw through the keyhole. There is another door leading out, and a metal grate in the corner near an old rusted-out furnace.
I'm not going in there, but I do take the fire poker and smash all those eyeball jars off the wall, just 'cause, before running away.
Smashing up the jars lets loose a putrid smell, and the jellied eyes and congealed ichor fleck over your clothing and face.
And then I'm going to run back out the door I came in, run under the stairs towards the coal room.
I think you're going to run into Charles.
Yeah, I think Charles is just about caught up at this stage, yeah.
Slam into him. 2 head bonks, yeah. No, I kind of grab him. Come on.
I'm trying.
This way, yeah.
Triple hate. Gonna get in so much trouble.
I'm gonna push Charles in front of me, and I'm gonna say, buddy, you're going first.
No, you gotta go first. I mean, my guts are... I think that some of them are poking out. I'm not going to be able to climb up too well. You got there first. I'll try to get up after you. But if I got there, I'm going to get stuck. I'm going to trap you in there. Just go up.
I'm going to push you up. And I'm going to do like the top of my shoulder is pushing your butt as we go up the chute.
I guess the only helpful thing is all the blood is going to lubricate the chute a little bit.
Yeah.
You both kick up the coal dust and mold before Pauline shoves Charles headlong into the chute. It is a squeeze to get up and into the little opening as Kyle staggers from the shadows dripping with bugs.
Can't break up the trio. Come on.
Having stirred up all this dust, I do need a constitution roll from both of you.
God. That's a success.
Fail.
Okay. Yeah, Charles, as you look down, you see Pauline hacking up black phlegm. The choking air swirls in your beam of light, Pauline, as you suddenly notice Kyle. Is she going to continue helping Charles or turn to face Kyle?
Keep going, Charles! Nah, I need to get in this chute.
Yeah, Charles is trying as best he can to reach behind and give Pauline a hand into the chute. But this is a tight chute. I can't imagine that's working especially well.
I'm torn on this because with your size, it should be a hard gym class roll.
Oh, God.
But I feel like with Pauline shoving from behind, I could make it a regular success.
Okay. Let's give it a try. That's 33 against 20. I am going to spend 13 points of luck.
Okay, yeah. Charles, you're shoved up and out of this chute into torrential rain and the Barnaker's backyard. You're thrashed by the rain and soon are soaked to the skin as you look back down to see if Pauline is following. First, I'm going to give Kyle a free attack since you chose to help Charles instead of defend yourself, Pauline.
Ooh.
Let's use Kyle's fighting skill.
Here we go. I'll just roll it. Oh, that's a fail.
His grasp is still quite weak. His limbs bend and twist at odd angles as the bugs squirm.
Couldn't do it. You're a growing boy, Kyle. Your body's going through changes.
And as Kyle is missing you with his attack, Pauline, you hear that other door close.
Mm-hmm. Great. Look, there's nothing for me to do but crawl up this chute.
All right, give me a hard gym class roll.
Go. That's a 48. So if I spend
You're 6 points short. You need 38 points of luck to pass that.
Push.
Oh, I could push the roll.
You could push the roll.
But it could be higher. I'm in range this time.
Your call.
Come on, Pauline. This is just like that time you had to climb the rope. And that was not a good day. Okay. Go. That's a critical failure.
My God.
Oh dear.
100? I mean, it's amazing and terrible at the same time.
100.
As Pauline falls back down the chute towards Kyle's hand, she thinks, Charles would have loved it here.
Surrounded by the howling storm, Charles, your fingers barely touch Pauline's. And you see panic on her face as she disappears back into the black of the basement.
Oh, and Charles just topples backwards and sits down heavily in the mud and all the pooled water from the rain. doubled over, blood still leaking out of his torn-up abdomen, and just starts sobbing.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Turn your back to that pond. Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the pond's out front, and Charles is in the back.
Oh, good.
Charles has scrambled out into the back garden among the overgrown trees. Pauline, you have plummeted back down the chute, failing to find any purchase on the rain-slick sides, and you land back on the mounds of coal. This hurts like hell, and I'll take some damage. It's 1d3. 2 damage from that.
I'm at 3 out of 8.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll savor those. You hear purring from the dark, and that mangy cat pads out and rubs against bug-filled Kyle's leg. And from behind the pair, you hear this grandmotherly voice.
In such a hurry to leave, dearie?
Hello?
Lord mercy. Who do we have here? Oh, it's so nice to have guests.
Lying across the coal piles, you witness this scene upside down, as the cat jumps onto your chest and starts needling its claws and purring. Its eyes are fixed on yours unblinking, as the kind old grandmother's bulk is pushed forward on a wave of chittering vermin.
Oh, this draughty old cellar. I do wish you'd worn a heavier jacket. You'll catch a cold. Will you stay for dinner? Are you hungry? I'm hungry.
It's been really nice, but I think I'd like to go now, if that's okay.
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but you just got here, and I get so lonely.
Can I get a notice stuff roll for Charles over these pounding winds?
Okay. Yeah, that's a success. Ordinary success.
Charles, you hear the echoes of a conversation resonate up the chute. You have to concentrate in the storm, but you definitely heard Pauline fall, and there are other voices now.
Charles, at this point, I think has decided that the situation is hopeless, that Pauline isn't coming out from there, that just like everyone else he knows, Kyle's dead, Pauline's about to die, death just takes us all, it's inevitable, there's nothing that can be done.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright, Charles is a weird kid, but I do need a sanity roll for leaving your friend behind.
Oh god, yes. Yeah, Charles is fine with this.
Oh.
I won't take any sanity. So Kyle is looming over Pauline in the doorway, with that cat perched on her chest. And there's that woman who you feel an affinity for. Is there anything Kyle's going to say to Pauline during this moment in her life?
I'm so glad you stayed. Our secrets are safe with each other. He reaches down and pets the cat that's on your chest.
We like having company, don't we, Rastus?
I'm never gonna make it.
Give me a power roll for Pauline.
Failure.
This woman, now that she's closer, she does look like Meemaw, your own dead grandmother. In fact, you're sure of it.
Mima, I thought that was you. Oh, I missed you. One thing first, Kyle?
Hmm?
I didn't want anyone to know this, but I'm really good at playing the recorder. I have a recital this Saturday.
Hot cross buns. Yes.
Hot cross buns.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll never tell.
I've taken so many sanity checks, Becca, but seeing Meemaw, give me one more.
Yeah. Oh, well, I failed that one.
This puts you back into a bout of madness. What do you do?
I think I just start playing a phantom recorder. And that's it. I'm already lying upside down on a pile of coal looking at a bug man and a ghost grandma.
Your grandmother puckers up and leans in, her eyes black as the coal you lie on. And then she opens her mouth nightmarishly wide. And you hear the dislocating of her jaw as she waits for this kiss. The reek of decay on her breath is unbearable, but you are transfixed by your love for Meemaw.
I just purse my lips as if to kiss my grandmother's cheek as my head is being devoured.
Instead of her cheek, you lean into the maw and kiss the tongue. Then, like a fly trap, her mouth snaps shut. Charles, as you hurry back down the path toward the road, the storm abates slightly as if sated, becoming fat, heavy raindrops once more. The street is quiet when you reach the bikes. The house sits like a squat toad in the unkempt yard, like nothing ever happened. And then you hear Pauline let out a horrific shriek.
So he just takes out his Walkman headphones and puts them on and presses play.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm killing myself 'cause there's no tell my name, feeling no shame, living my life like I want to, breaking my lane, going insane, living my life like I want to, ice in my veins, feeling no pain, living my life like I want to, breaking my lane, going insane, living my life like I want to.
Oh, sir. Excuse me, sir? Oh, could you tell our viewers what happened? Did you see how the fire started?
I didn't do it. I was just walking my dog like Paulina told me to.
Is that a headless doll you have, sir?
Oh, yes. I couldn't find the head.
You don't have the dog, do you?
No.
It's James and Fuhad from Shits and Geeks podcast, and we're here to talk about Boost Mobile, the newest 5G network in the country.
With compelling deals for new lines, Boost Mobile makes it easy to switch today.
Boost Mobile's new network delivers customers the speed and service they'd expect from the big three, plus groundbreaking benefits you'd only get from a true challenger in the industry.
These include letting people try the network risk-free for 30 days and offering a $25 per month unlimited plan that's guaranteed to never go up in price. They have blazing fast 5G and plans for all the latest devices. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store and find us online at boostmobile.com.
Did you know that foreign investors are quietly funding lawsuits in American courts through a practice called third-party litigation funding? Shadowy overseas funders are paying to sue American companies in our courts, and they don't pay a dime in U.S. taxes if there is an award or settlement. They profit tax-free from our legal system, while U.S. companies are tied up in court and American families pay the price, to the tune of $5,000 a year. But there is a solution. A new proposal before Congress would close this loophole and ensure these foreign investors pay taxes, just like the actual plaintiffs have to. It's a common-sense move that discourages frivolous and abusive lawsuits and redirects resources back into American jobs, innovation, and growth. Only President Trump and congressional Republicans can deliver this win for America and hold these foreign investors accountable. Contact your lawmakers today and demand they take a stand to end foreign-funded litigation abuse.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
Ever wonder what your lashes are destined for? The cards have spoken. Maybelline New York Mascara does it all. Whether you crave fully fan lashes with Lash Sensational, big, bold volume from the Colossal, a dramatic lift with Falsies Lash Lift, or natural-looking volume from Great Lash, your perfect lash future awaits. Manifest your best mascara today. Shop Maybelline New York and discover your lash destiny. Shop now at Walmart.
Every idea starts with a problem. Warby Parker's was simple. Glasses are too expensive. So they set out to change that. By designing glasses in-house and selling directly to customers, they're able to offer prescription eyewear that's expertly crafted and unexpectedly affordable. Warby Parker glasses are made from premium materials like impact-resistant polycarbonate and custom acetate. And they start at just $95, including prescription lenses. Get glasses made from the good stuff. Stop by a Warby Parker store near you.
Hey, it's Maya and Sim from the Girls That Invest podcast. If you are an IT or security pro, you know managing devices, identities, and applications can feel overwhelming and honestly risky. That's where Trellica by 1Password comes in. It helps conquer SaaS sprawl and shadow IT by discovering every app your team uses, managed or not. With pre-built app profiles, you can assess risk, manage access, and even optimize your software spend. Plus, it simplifies onboarding, offboarding, and compliance, all while cutting costs by eliminating unused licenses. Take the first step to better security for your team. Learn more at onepassword.com/special offer.
Thank you for listening to Ain't Slayed Nobody. For ad-free episodes, lots of bonus content, and special programming, please join our wolf pack at patreon.com/ain'tslayed or subscribe to Ain't Slayed Nobody Plus at Apple Podcasts. Nothing helps the show more than becoming a subscriber. See our show notes for full credits and help us grow by posting friendly reviews and spreading the word to your friends and followers. Thank you, and good luck out there.